Alright, what's up, gorgeous chicks? So this is part 2 of surviving college plus looking to join a D-9 sorority or fraternity. So if you haven't already watched part 1, what are you waiting for? Go back right now, check that one out, then come all the way back to this one. I hope that you guys get some fun tips on how to join a sorority and just, you know, show interest for a fraternity as well. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, like, y'all know, do the whole thing. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, that you guys make sure that you stay through, watch the entire thing. Okay, so now that we're done talking about surviving college, just some basic general tips, I do want to now shift over to Greek life. If you're interested in being a prospective member of a D-9 fraternity or sorority, this is your time to listen up. Basically, I know that if you do not have a Greek life member, or if you're a first-time generation person who is seeking to be a part of Greek life, there's a lot of things that you do not know, okay? And that is how to properly show interest into joining a sorority or fraternity. So I know that as being a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, there has been times where different people have kind of reached out and asked questions, because for my chapter I was over the social media account. So people will kind of ask questions that to me are like a lack of knowledge, because it's like, wow, you really don't know this. But I think it's very important that I kind of make this video just to give y'all some tips on like how to properly show interest and how to properly start your journey of becoming inside of a Greek life fraternity or sorority, okay? So tip number 1 is simple. What are we here for college for? We're here for our academics. So step 1 is to simply stay on top of your grades. You really want to make sure that you are focused on keeping a high GPA. Every fraternity or sorority have different minimum requirements of their GPA, but it's important, like if you're one that's looking at applications on which member should I choose, which prospect should I choose, you're not going to say I want the person who got the minimum. You're going to choose the person that has exceeded that minimum, because it shows that you are really focused on your grades, okay? So if you are not one who has the best grades, then but you have hit that minimum in a way, there is different circumstances where you can talk to maybe a specific person, and then you could say, okay, well, I kind of struggle with my grades, but I am a person who focuses on service, and if you look at my resume, you can see that I've been heavily involved here, or I'm also working, so that's why I'm kind of struggling with trying to get my grades together. So it's different circumstances, but if you can have those grades high, then you're winning, honey, okay? So step 1, tip number 1, focus on those grades, okay? Number 2 I have, which is what I said earlier, is all about making connections. You really do want to make sure that you form relationships with people who are in the Greek organization that you aspire to be a part of, because those people are going to let you know if they are interested in telling you about Greek life, like, hey, we have a interest meeting this week, or hey, we have a program. They're gonna let you know, because if you hang around people who are AKs, they're gonna be like, hey girl, we got a program this week, are you gonna come? So it's just all about letting them know, like, hey, I'm interested in forming those relationships, and if they see you fit to be a possible member, then they're going to invite you to different events as well. So number 3 is to be discreet. Y'all already know this, okay? So if you don't know that, you basically should just research the definition. Matter of fact, I'll put it right here, okay? Here's the definition to discreet, and that's just that on that. Make sure that if you are interested in a organization, that you are interested in that organization. You don't want to be interested in multiple different organizations and then everybody kind of know, I'm thinking about being a Delta, then I'm thinking about being a Zeta. It's like, no, you need to choose which one you really want to commit yourself to, and do not be communicating with the Zetas about their interest meeting and then communicating with a Delta about what they got going on and attending all their programs because you're confused on which one you want to do. So really make sure that you know what you want to be a part of, and do not be at multiple interest meetings because it really does look tacky, and there's no other word than looks tacky, okay? Tip number 5 is do your research. You really do want to make sure that you know which organization that you want to be a part of. And I keep saying organization, but I do remember someone telling me one time, they said, do you know the difference between an organization and a brotherhood? And a brotherhood is like something that you go through, a fraternity. So a organization and a fraternity, or organization and sorority. So the difference is basically you form a sisterhood and you form a brotherhood. So you really want to appreciate that you're going through a process with your potential sisters or your potential brothers. So I want to make sure that y'all know that I know the difference, but I just say organization. Okay. But like I was saying, the difference between a brotherhood and a sisterhood is that you pretty much form relationships because these are people that you're going through a process with and a membership intake process with, and those people could potentially be in your wedding, they could potentially be at your baby shower. And also, I have to say this, sometimes they're not going to be at your wedding, they're not going to be at your baby shower, because just because you go through a sorority or a fraternity, it does not automatically mean that you're going to build those relationships with people. But I definitely encourage you to try to create those bondings. But at the end of the day, the difference between a soror and a sister is something that you will find once you become, initiated in, okay? Because there is a difference, you're not always going to be super close with someone that's in that sorority or that fraternity. And the people that you do become super close with may be in those previous organizations that you joined as well, that I mentioned about earlier, about just, being involved in different organizations. And so the moral of the story is that you can have friendships that are people who are like a sister to you or like a brother to you, but they are not exactly in D-9. So if you're focused on the stigma, like I'm only gonna become in this because of I want that, close sisterhood or that close brotherhood, it's not something that you're always going to find inside of that sorority or that fraternity. Step number 6 is really only show interest to people that you feel that you can trust, and people that you feel are already a part of that organization. Or if you have a family member who is a part of that organization, of course you can kind of talk to them and get a better insight on kind of about the sorority or about the fraternity. Why did they choose to join, and kind of think about those different things as opposed to why you are looking to join. Number 8 is something that is very important, and that is simply to carry yourself with class. Once you introduce this is rule number 7. So once you let someone know that you're interested into that sorority or that fraternity, they become watching you, okay? So they're going to notice like what you're posting, what you're putting on Snapchat, and even if it's on your private story, people do know how to screen record, and they will share that because it's all about the image that you're putting out there, and we don't want to just see the image that is, you know, all glitz and glam on the front. We want to know exactly who you are before we think about letting you become a member. Simple. Okay, so I did have something else that I wanted to say, but obviously I cannot think of it. But anyways, thank you so much for checking out this video. I hope that you guys did receive a lot of fun and useful tips for surviving college, and just, you know, if you're interested in Greek life, definitely go and just do your research. Kind of talk to people that you feel that you can trust by building those relationships. You know, that's kind of really the important thing. And like I said, at the same time, you also can form those same relationships and those same lifelong bondings with other people that you do meet in college. So that's exactly what I was going to say, y'all. Okay, I found it. Make sure that you do not join to be in a sorority or a fraternity to be a t-shirt wearer, okay? Period. You do not want to say, I want to be in this sorority just so I can wear all the latest paraphernalia. And even if you don't verbally say it, don't think that, because that is totally missing out on the purpose of what these sororities are. If you're going to join to be a part of something, be truly committed to it, because you really want to make sure that you are you know, sticking with their ethics. So be a person that's doing the community service. Be a person that is joined in on the executive board, and, you know, just find different ways to actually do what your purpose of being in that sorority or fraternity is. And even if you want to pledge, you really want to make sure that you pledge at a time that you have enough time to give back to that particular chapter. So if you don't, let's say you pledge as a senior, make sure that you're thinking about joining a grad chapter, because you really want to make sure that you are, you know, getting your full benefit and purpose out of that sorority or that fraternity. And my last final rule, so my last final tip, which I guess it gives y'all 10 tips, is to understand the purpose of saving your money, because if you do want to join a sorority or a fraternity, it is costly, and that is something that you have to save for. So try to get your finances together. No one's gonna exactly tell you the amount, because it's different for every process, but you do just want to make sure that you have your coins together, that you're saving your money, that you're investing into yourself, because this is something that you really want to be a part of. So yeah. Okay. Thanks so much for checking out this video and sticking with me. I hope that you guys enjoyed my little college series. It definitely was inspired by my AKA haul. I'm so glad that you guys are loving Greek life and wanting to know all about it, and just enjoying like different tips and ideas that I have for you guys. I hope that you guys go back and check out some more videos that I've done. I'm gonna link those right after this, and of course they'll be in the description. Thanks so much. I hope that y'all have a super day, and y'all be blessed.